To go through a quick primer on citing sources. So, citing sources is an important part of your research writing. When you include these citations from outside sources, it shows that you know what you're talking about. You're referring to these reputable sources and not just drawing things from your own personal experience. So, you want to make sure to cite your sources with these parenthetical in-text citations. Anytime you have an idea, a fact, or even an idea that's not from your own head, you need to cite that source. You need to indicate where you got it from. So, and of this, half of them spread disease. Most of mosquitoes are considered harmless to humans. Okay, so that's just an idea. Most mosquitoes are considered harmless to humans. This is an idea. It's a fact from the scientific community, and you could probably get it from a variety of different sources. But this writer got it from Bates, and the first line in the works cited section is gonna say Bates, comma, the first name. So that's when you have the author name. When you don't have the author name, which happens sometimes, right? You're going to go ahead and cite the article title. This is when you're using MLA style, the article title. So today, diseases such as malaria, dengue, West Nile, blah, 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 infect hundreds of millions of people every year. Out of the 247 million cases of malaria, killed 600,000 people. So this is another fact, and that is the source where we got it from, okay? So make sure to cite your sources. MLA, because this is an English class, guys, you are encouraged to use MLA style and MLA right here, MLA style. So when you use MLA style, this is what it looks like. It goes last name, comma, first name in full. The article title is going to go in quotes, right? So this is from a website, Why TV Shows Make Me Feel Less Lonely. NAMI is the name of the organization that's putting out this information. They're going to be italicized, and then the date that they posted it in this format here. This is the URL address here, which you're going to copy and paste, and then the date you accessed it. Sometimes these URLs die. Sometimes stuff that you find online is not there years later. So the access date is important, okay? When you don't have the author, when there is no author, it's like an encyclopedia entry, you're going to go ahead and just skip. You're going to go ahead and skip this and just go straight to the article title here, which is why and so in your works cited, this is going to be the first thing that shows up because you just skip the article title and you skip the author. And so that's why you put the article title in your citation, so your reader can easily find it in your bibliography. I know it's kind of weird. You want to go ahead and put the name of the organization. That's more important than the article title, right? But because MLA style, the article title comes first, that's why you put it in your in-text citation. So here's an example where we don't have an author. This is actually a TV show, right? So it's a team of writers writing it, and they're not attributed. So that's the title of that episode. This is the name of the TV show, Parks and Recreation. This is information on like the episode and the season. NBC is the company or organization that put out that information. This was the date it first aired. I guess they even put Netflix, okay. And then this is the URL address where you might be able to find it. Interesting. Okay, so this is MLA style, and this is what you use for English papers or for humanities papers, where where they're going to be interested in the words and the way that it was said. When you are writing a social science paper for history or government or something like that, you may use APA style. So APA style they're a little bit more interested in the dates and the facts rather than the way the words are said. So if you do want to go APA style, I just want you to be familiar with it and not get nervous about it. Last name, comma, first name, comma, first initial, okay? And then if you have other authors, that's how it looks. The year, just the year, is going to go in parentheses, and you notice it's the second thing because the year is important in social science papers. Like what year? That's the most important thing. This is the article title here. It is long because it looks like it is a peer-reviewed source. This is the journal title in italics, also in italics. This is the information on the journal and the issue number, and then you got the page numbers there, 11 to 6. And then the DOI number, which is important to include. If you have it, go ahead and include it. It's like the URL address, except it's better, and it's for these academic sources. So one of the things I've seen some of you have difficulty with is identifying where is the author, what is the article title when you have this peer-reviewed journal. So this is a peer-reviewed journal that is available for free online, and you can tell it's peer-reviewed because you have it's a very academic. And plus one is an academic source, okay? And you have a bunch of authors, and you've got an abstract, and you've got all these different elements. So guys, the peer-reviewed sources can be a little overwhelming and intimidating, but I really encourage you to at least take a look at the introduction. Your introductions are going to give you a lot of really basic information about your topic. And look, it's only a few paragraphs, and they're giving you stuff on previous studies. This is chock full of really good information that you can use for your paper. And because it is a peer-reviewed paper, it is the gold standard. It is the best type of source that you can get. Okay, it's better than even a published news source. This took years for these researchers to put together, and it's been reviewed by fellow academics. So it is the top notch in terms of quality of sources. Okay, the method section. This is telling you how they set up their study. As undergraduates, this is not going to be that important. You can skip this part. You're going to have to read this section when you go to graduate school. Okay, that this is going to become a little bit more important. If you're interested in how they set up the study, how many participants they had, and what kinds of questions they asked them, you might want to take a look at that. Okay. The other important part, the results. Okay, so read through the introduction and then skip over to the results. This looks like it's giving a lot of technical information. You just want the bottom line, right? As undergraduates, what did they find? What was their question, and what did they find out? So try to skip to the end, maybe even get to their conclusion. Psychological network analysis. The discussion is the main part of the whole paper, which you might be interested in. And if that's too much, you can even just read the bottom line conclusion. Okay, the discussion is kind of the main part of the paper, though. So how do we tell what is what in this? How do we tell where the author is and what the title is? Okay, so guys, National Library of Medicine, this is the database. This is the database, and you actually don't even need to include it in your citation. The article title is right here, +1. How do we tell that? Because the year follows right afterwards, and then the issue date and all this stuff is given right after. This is the journal title. Okay, when was it published? November 17th, 2001. What is the title of the article? This is the title of the article right here: Media Use, Attention, Mental Health, Academic Performance Among 8 to 12-year-old children. The authors in this one is actually kind of unusual because they've given all this additional information, but you have the authors right here. So they are not last name, comma, first name. So you're going to have to switch it around. Guys, it is great if you can give we have 5 authors. That's kind of a lot, but it is, my goodness, they're the authors. It would be great if you could include all 5 of their names in your citation. That would be wonderful. If you want additional information on the authors, look, they've even given it to you there, where they're from, if you have to write an annotated bibliography about those guys. Okay, so we have the date, we have the journal title. I think that's all we need. The citation, by the way, look, they even give it to you right here for free, so you don't have to write down all their names. If you notice, this looks like it's APA style. It's just the last name, comma, first initial. And if you notice, there's errors in here. So you can go ahead and copy this, but you're going to have to kind of fix it up a little bit. There's a comma here. There's a period there. It looks like you need to put an and over here someplace. You do have the title. You got the +1. Great. Okay, so you can copy this, but you are going to have to fix it up a little. So we went through MLA and APA style. I also want to show you in the Leeward Library database, once I find a source that I would like to use. So this one is pretty easy, right? You've got the article title here. You've got the authors right there. This is the journal title, Journal of Human Earth and Future, with the volume number and all of this. Page numbers right there. And if you're kind of confused on how to cite it, guys, it's right here for you. Citation. You can choose MLA style. You have to click on it. Okay, you can choose MLA style, last name, comma, first name, article title in quotes, yada yada yada, and then they give you the DOI number. You can just copy and paste this. This looks pretty perfect actually. If you want to do APA style, if you're going more for a social science type of paper, then they've given it to you here too. Okay, so just a couple tools to use. So hopefully that helps you a little bit with your citations. But remember, anytime you are citing something not from your head, you need to go ahead and do that parenthetical citation, and it absolutely strengthens your paper. MLA style is what we're going to use in this course because it is an English class. But if you want to use APA, just be consistent, and this is how you do it here. Hopefully, this helps you understand how to identify the different elements on an article you might find online. And then please, guys, use the Leeward database. The databases that the university pay for cost a lot of money, and the sources that you're going to find are generally going to be better than the garbage pile of stuff that you might find online, okay, which can come from anywhere, including companies that may be trying to sell you something or trying to advance their point of view. These are objective, things you find in the library databases are going to be a little bit more objective, and people will have spent a little bit more time putting these together. I hope that helps. Good luck with your essays.